we're going to get going here. So here it is. Today is 30 reps in 3 minutes. So we've got a pair of exercises. We're going to do 30 reps within the pair. And you can break it up how you want, whether it's, you do 30 reps of one and then 30 reps of the other, or 10 and 10 and 10 and 10, whatever, all the way through. So you get to decide there. It's kind of a choose your own adventure, but we're staying within the pair. So the first pair is a push press, which is kind of a mini squat with a shoulder press, right? So in a push press, instead of just a plain shoulder press where you keep your body stable, you can bend your knees and kind of pop the weight up. So it is like a little mini jump, but you're also pressing the weight up at the same time. So that's going to be 30 each side, along with jumping jacks, which is just 30. If overhead pressing is not a thing, if overhead pressing doesn't work for you, I think we can probably just turn that into probably have to turn it into like a one of those cleans. First of all, is there anybody that overhead pressing isn't going to work for them today? I guess I'll just take a poll. Okay, I won't worry about it then. Okay, jumping jacks should be okay. Goblet squat. Remember, with the goblet squat, you can hold the weight here, and you're doing your squats from there. So if this gives you trouble, you can hold down here. It's preferred to hold it up because you get a lot more out of it. But if that bugs your back or whatever, then hold it low. Shoulder taps, you're in the push-up position. Holding that push-up position, reaching across, tapping your shoulder, tapping your shoulder. So that would be 30 each side. The bottom one, row, push-up, and lateral walks. So if you have a band, it would come in handy here. For the row, you could do the seated band row where you're sitting, band goes under your feet, and you're rowing from there. Push-ups are push-ups. Of course, we're going to modify those as needed to do 30. And the lateral walks, that's where the band will also come in handy. You would step on the band, pull it up, and then we're stepping out here. If you have a mini band, it would come in handy for this. But otherwise, we can use a plain big band, put it under your feet, and we step across like that. Okay, so that would be 30 steps each direction. Okay? All right. Any questions or issues with that stuff? All right. Let's go ahead and get started here. We'll do a quick roll, and then we'll get into some moving around. Grab a roller, start off on the back of your legs. Working your way up. Just kind of squishing everything on the way up. Starting to get your blood flowing, starting to get that massage effect going. Just as a reminder, after the announcement yesterday, things are starting to lift a little bit. It seems like gyms are not included in this round, but we are allowed to start holding outdoor fitness classes. So starting tonight at 5:30, we're gonna start having in-person outdoor classes. It'll be really similar to the circuit. It'll be like a circuit style. And we'll just use the grassy areas around the cube there. So we are going to be having a in-person workout tonight at the cube. If you're interested in doing a 2-a-day today, but that's how we'll start. And so those 5:30 classes will also be filmed as live Zoom workouts. Okay, so the coach will be there. The coach will be filming themselves, do it like a normal Zoom workout, but everybody else, but you can join live. So I think we'll have a few people tonight. It's going to be really hot just FYI. So that would be at 5:30. And of course, you can either join the Zoom workout or you can join in person at the Cube. So it's not exactly like getting back in the gym, but it's something. All right, let's go ahead and put the roller underneath your shoulder blades. Rolling back and forth over your shoulders. All right, let's put the rollers just at the bottom the roller just at the bottom edge of your shoulder blade. Hands come up behind your head. All right, so we can flex forward and backward a little bit here, nice and easy. And then after you do that 2 or 3 times each direction, you're going to take your elbows and tilt side to side. So instead of just going forward and backward, we're going to start to go side to side as well. So then we move the roller up. Think about moving it up about 2 inches towards your head. And we do the same thing. So we flex forward and backward, side to side, trying to use that spot that's on the roller as the pivot point. So forward, side to side. Nice and easy with this one. You might need to change where your hands are as you get higher. Good, let's turn the roller so that it's parallel with your spine. Go ahead and sit on one end. Lay down on your back. So if you don't have a roller, totally okay. You can just lay down on the floor. But we're just laying here. We're going to do a couple of floor angels. So get yourself set up on the roller, spine going right down the roller. And we just kind of make a snow angel with the top half of your body. Just looking to go through that stretch. You don't have to keep your hands on the floor here. We're just looking for a chest stretch and really kind of opening things up here. We'll go for about 10 more seconds. There's a spot that feels good, the stretch, or if like you get more of a stretch, you can hang out there. All right, good. Similar movement, but now instead of keeping our arms straight, now we're going to bend. So bringing your elbows down into your back pocket, trying to keep your hands as close to the floor as you can. And then we reach up into that letter Y. So slide your arms down into the letter W, up into the letter Y. Should be getting a nice big chest stretch here. Stretch through your shoulders. We did push-ups yesterday, and we do have some today. So we want to make sure we get everything nice and loose and moving here. And about 10 more seconds there. And good. Let's roll off to the side. Bring one knee into your chest. We're just pressing your heel down through the floor. Getting your glutes going here. We're going to press 10 times through one heel, and then 10 times through the other. Remember, we're keeping that thigh that's close to your chest. It's going to stay the same distance away from your chest as you push up. Don't drive it up towards the ceiling. Should be pushing it towards the wall behind you, or the wall that's closest to your head. Pressing 10 times each side. And good. From there, let's go ahead and sit up. Bring the soles of your feet together. Sitting nice and tall. So with this one, if you need to prop yourself up, like using your hands, put them behind you rather than grabbing your feet and hunching forward like this. So we want to, if you need help getting into this stretch, we want to prop yourself up from behind. So we're staying nice and tall. Let those knees fall out. Stretching the inside of your hip here. And good. From there, let's turn one hip in. So we end up in this 90-degree, 90-90 position here. And we're just going to take your elbows and lean over your forward leg. So we should be getting a hip stretch here. If you don't get a hip stretch, you can move your foot forward more. And then you should find that hip rotation stretch. You should be feeling it back in the back of your hip by your pocket. Try to get nice even pressure with both elbows on the ground. And we'll switch sides. So once you get into that 90-90 position, then we'll take those elbows to the ground. Make sure we're breathing through that stretch also. This is one where you can really breathe into your belly and feel it press against your thigh. And good. All right, from there, let's go to all fours. All right, from this all fours position, we're gonna sit your butt back towards your heels. All right, and then one hand goes behind your head. We're gonna open up, try to point your elbow at the ceiling, and then we close again. Open, point your elbow at the ceiling, close. Let's do that 6 times per side. Make sure your butt stays centered over your heels. Don't want it to shift out to the side. Once you get 6 on one side, we'll go 6 on the other. One thing, try to make sure you're not pulling your head forward. The tendency here is to really round over, but we want to keep your spine nice and long from your tailbone up through your head. From there, we're going to go to this push-up position. So we're going to go from push-up position to downward facing dog, back to the push-up position. So we'll just roll through this for about 20 seconds. Warming up your shoulders, warming up your core, giving yourself a hamstring stretch. Lots of good mobility stuff going on here. We're trying to get your ears in between your biceps here. And we're really lifting your waistband up towards the ceiling. Five more seconds. And good. We'll come up to standing. Just some alternating reverse lunges here to start getting warmed up. So we'll do this for time rather than for reps. Okay, but we're going to work into some alternating lunges. Taking steps backwards. Just we'll go for about 20 more seconds. Just starting to get a little warmed up. If you jumped on a little bit late, today we're doing 30 reps in 3 minutes. And we're doing pairs of exercises. So we'll work back and forth. Well, pairs, there's one group of 3. But you can choose how you split them up. You can do half and half, whatever you want to do. It's 30 reps in 3 minutes. Okay. Last thing before we get going here, we're going to do 15 body weight squats. So we're just keeping those feet flat on the ground. Let your hips push back. So the first thing that happens, your hips push back. We're down into that squat. Let's do 15 just to get things warmed up. And good to go. Okay. All right, so the clock is going to be set to 3 minutes. We're going to count down in between, or we'll count down the 3 minutes. You split things up how you want. First two exercises are a push press, which looks like this. Hold the weight in one hand, a little bit of a squat, and then we pop the weight up and catch it at the top. Okay. So that's the push press. We got 30 each side, mixing that with shoulder taps, which is down in that push-up position, and you're reaching over, tapping your shoulders. The wider your feet, the more stable your hips can be there. So keep that in mind. Okay. Any questions or issues on those?
Hey, is it shoulder taps or jumping jacks for the push?
Jumping jacks. You're right, Don. Thank you. That's why I got you guys around. So jumping jacks are just plain old jumping jacks. When your hands are coming up, your feet go wide. Yeah, sorry about that. Thanks for the correction. Okay. Looks like we're ready to go. So push press and jumping jacks, 30 of each. Got 3 minutes to do it. Split them up how you want. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Remember, the push press is a whole body movement, not just a shoulder thing. So you're using your legs to pop the weight up. Use your body as much as possible. So when you push with your legs, your core should be nice and strong so that everything you do with your legs translates to the weight. We're 1 minute in. Minute and a half in. I'm doing shoulder taps. I'm supposed to be doing jumping jacks. Don't follow what I'm doing. Do your own thing. 15 seconds left. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. That's the first 3 minutes. We've got 2 more groups. I'm just real dead set on doing those shoulder taps, I guess. So later on, I'll be doing jumping jacks while you guys are doing shoulder taps. All right, so while we're resting here, we'll go through the next circuit. Next group is a goblet squat and shoulder tap. So with the goblet squat, remember, we're just keeping either the weight here, preferably. If this doesn't work, you can hold it down low. We've got 30 reps. And then the shoulder taps, you're just reaching across, tapping your shoulder from the plank position. We're gonna rest 30 more seconds, and then we'll get into it. This might end up being a short day, but that's okay.
On the shoulder taps, is that per side, Brian?
Yes, yep. So every time you touch left and right, that's one. Okay, I'm gonna be doing jumping jacks, but totally ignore me. Okay, so goblet squats and shoulder taps. We got 3 minutes, split it up how you want. We're doing 30 reps of each, okay? We're gonna start in 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Remember your goblet squats, we're trying to sit down like you're sitting into a chair. Trying to get to that 90-degree position. We're 1 minute in, guys. One thing to think about too on your goblet squats, make sure that you're centered. So we should be going up and down right through the middle, making sure we're not shifting off to one side or using one leg more than the other. So really try to drop down right through the middle. That's where a mirror comes in handy. Minute 10 seconds left. Okay, last minute here. Fifteen seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay. We're gonna take a minute to rest here. So the final group is a row. So a couple options there. I guess I prefer the seated row just because of like, I feel like I have a good band for it. Like I have a band that makes it challenging and all that. So you can change it up however you need to. If you're gonna do it standing, you can step on it and stretch the band out. So it's between your feet. You can grab both and pull up this way. You can do the seated one where you wrap it around the bottom of your feet. Okay, this is what I'll be doing, sitting up nice and tall and rowing from here. If all you have is a weight, you don't have a band, that's okay. You just might not get through the 30 reps because it does take a little longer to do each side, okay? So that's the row push-ups are push-ups, and the lateral walks. If you have a band, it's gonna go around your feet, and we're stepping sideways while you hold it up top. If you don't have a band, it'll look like this. Should be feeling that in the outside of your hips. If you don't have a band, that's okay. We'll just turn it into like what we would call a heel slide at the gym, but just squeezing here, should feel it behind your pocket. Okay. So it's not exactly the same, but working a similar muscle group. Okay. We got rows, push-ups, and lateral walks. Last 3 minutes here. We're gonna start in 3, 2, 1, and off we go. Remember, Tuesdays are gonna tend to be a little bit shorter, which will be coming in about 7 minutes shorter than we usually do on a Monday or so, Monday or Wednesday or Friday. Remember, you can break these up however you want. The lateral walks are 30 each way, so keep that in mind as you go. Last minute here, 1 minute to go. Thirty seconds. $15. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Let's take a minute here to catch your breath. Whether it's seated position or standing, you can also lie down on your back. Amy, how'd you feel? Did it go okay? Okay. All right, so Tuesday morning, just a chance to move around, get your heart rate up a little bit, but usually not going to be the toughest workout of the week. So this one's a little short at just over 30 minutes, but we get good work done in a little bit of time. So hopefully you got some gas in the tank to do something else today. Remember, the challenge this week is a carry challenge. So we pick something up and we carry it for a mile. Whatever the object is, you can carry it however you want. You can use whatever weight you want. Just pick something up, walk around with it for a mile. Challenges your core, challenges your endurance, and makes your neighbors wonder what the hell you're doing. So you guys have a great day today. Thanks for joining me this morning. Good group on a Tuesday. Oh, wait, don't go anywhere. Don't leave yet. Gotta write it down. Amy, David, Don, Elaine. Jennifer, fresh off a birthday weekend. Sounds like you had a lot of fun. Steve, Sung Hee Ted. Okay, I got y'all. Sung Hee, you've got your bowl. Congratulations. Woohoo. To be delivered this week. We've got to get all the numbers totaled up. Anyway, all right, gang. You guys have an awesome day, and we will talk to you next time.
Great. Thanks, Brian.
See ya.
Thanks.